Well, hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Amazing Seller Podcast. This is episode number 748 and session number 235 of Ask Scott. This is where I answer your questions here on the podcast, and I am super fired up today, and I can't wait to dig in. Now, if you do have a question that you want answered on an upcoming Ask Scott session, all you have to do is head over to theamazingseller.com/ask, and you can do it right there. There's a little voice recorder, and then you can ask your question, and I'll do my best to answer here on an upcoming Ask Scott session. Now, today, I'm actually taking a question that has been asked numerous times, and I really wanted to dig into this and really make this crystal clear. And you guys have been hearing me talk a lot lately about really how to build out a brand, but really how to get attention, how to get that traffic. And it does come from putting out those assets or creating those assets in your market. And part of that is content. And I get a lot of people that say, Scott, what content should I start with in my new brand or just in my brand in general? So that's what we're going to be digging into. And I've got some really good things for you to really take into consideration when you're doing this. There's actually 3 different types of content that I'm going to be going over, and I'm going to give you each of those and where you should be using those. All right. Now, I am here finally back, and the time that you're listening to this, I should be home, hopefully, because I was in San Diego. And I flew to San Diego so I could record the audiobook of The Take Action Effect. And really excited, and hopefully it went well. I'm recording this before, but after the sessions have ended, and I'm going to be spending 3 days in a recording studio. First time I've ever done this, and pretty excited about it. A little nervous, but really excited about it as well. And it's something that I know that a lot of people have been asking for. They're like, Scott, you're a podcaster. I don't really care to read, but I want to listen to the audiobook. And I also want to hear you read the book, because no one can really read your book like you. And they were really happy to hear that I was going to be doing that, and that may be you. So if that is the case, well, it's coming. All right, so stay tuned for that. Now, in the next episode, what I'm going to be doing in episode 749 is I'm going to be pulling part of the book into, there's something in there that I call the 90-day roadmap to building a successful brand. And there's a detailed plan and exercise. What I'm going to be doing in the next episode is going through that 90-day roadmap so you can take this and instantly create that plan and go through this exercise so everything is crystal clear. So I'm going to walk you through that. Now, I'm talking a lot about the Take Action Effect, the book. If you have not grabbed your copy yet, why don't you go ahead and do so? And even if you aren't really into reading, it's probably something you want to pick up, because I'll tell you what, I'm not much of a reader, but I do buy all of the physical copies, either a hard copy or a hardcover, or the paperback. And the reason why I do that is because I like to have it on my bookshelf as a reminder, but also I do like to sit down sometimes and just dig into a book. So I really think that if you are at all like me and you might not like reading all that much, or maybe you do, definitely grab a copy of this. This is something that I created, that I wanted it to be something that you could go back whenever you're at a different place in your business and then dig into that certain area. A lot of people have already grabbed a copy, and I'm going to be releasing that audiobook, which I know a lot of you are excited about, and I am as well. So anyway, takeactioneffect.com is where you'll find that book. And if you would also do me a favor, if you've already grabbed it, if you could leave me a review over on Amazon, that would be amazing. You guys know how much those reviews really mean to, number one, the creator of the product, or the book in this case, but also Amazon loves reviews, right? We all know that. So if you guys could do me a favor and go over and leave that, or if you haven't grabbed it and after you get done reading it, go over and leave me a review. Let me know what you think. All right, that would be awesome. All right, so let me dig into a couple of different things here. Number one, I always like to kind of give you guys a little bit of an update of what's going on. Well, that's one thing. I'm actually going to be releasing this audiobook here, hopefully around the holidays. But the other thing is we just finished, we wrapped up the enrollment for our new academy called Brand Creators Academy. And it was a total success. And what I mean by that is when we decided to do this, we didn't know if people were really going to want it. I mean, we had an idea because we had Brand Accelerator Live and a lot of people needed this. But when we started to outline exactly what we were going to be doing inside of the academy, people they loved it. They loved the whole idea, the whole concept. And basically what it is it's going to be myself documenting a case study of a brand being built from scratch. And we're not just talking about physical products. That's going to be down the line. We're talking about from scratch as far as how do we even know if this brand or this market that we're going into is even something that is worth going into. Now, I'm going to be sharing every single part of that process inside of Brand Creators Academy. So every single month we're going to be doing that. Plus, we're having hot seats that the members are going to be able to be a part of and also listen in on. We're also going to do 2 office hours every single month. And also, we're going to be inviting on experts in there as far as SEO, search engine optimization, YouTube, strategists, like all that stuff. We're going to be going really deep in those areas. And we're really just building a strong, thriving community. And I'm really excited about Brand Creators Academy. Now, at the time of this recording or of this podcast, we're not currently open depending on when you're listening to this. But if you're at all interested in, number one, going through the free training to really understand about growing a brand, and even if your brand or your market can be grown, well, then what you want to do is head over to brandcreators.com, and there will be some free resources there for you, even though we are closed. The other thing that'll happen once you grab those resources is then we're going to know that you're interested in brand building and being a brand creator. And then what we'll do is we'll notify you when we do open Brand Creators Academy. We are going to be closing it and then reopening it for short periods of time. So this way here, we can bring in new people and then we can focus all of our energy on our Academy members. That's the idea here. So it's not something that's going to be open all the time. So if you're at all interested, brandcreators.com, grab those free resources and really get to understand the direction that we're going, but also what you need to do as far as building a brand and how you can validate all of that stuff before you actually get to work. Or if you're in a brand right now, can you successfully grow it outside of what you're already doing? So again, that's what I would recommend for you to do right now. All right, now my thoughts. Well, my thoughts this week is I really love this new app that I discovered, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. And it's called BombBomb. Okay. And it's a really funny name, but what it does is it allows me, which you guys know, if you've ever emailed me, I don't really like typing. That's why writing a book was a little bit of a struggle for me. That's why I hired a coach to help me. But with this app, BombBomb, what it allows me to do is record a video response, and it makes it super, super easy. So here's how I used it, and here's how I plan to use it across multiple brands and, different circumstances. All right. So number one, I was like, here's what I want to do. Every single member that comes into Brand Creators Academy, I want to personally send them a video message, right? I want to welcome them. I want to call them by name, and I want to connect with them immediately. And so that's what this allowed me to do. I also got to tell them a little bit of homework that I wanted them to do in that video as well. And so I did that, and I'll tell you what, it was just fun. It was exciting, and it was great getting the responses back. Like, holy crap, Scott, I never expected that. You really outdid yourself here. I mean, I can't believe you took out the time to do that for all of these members, including myself. This is awesome. And then I had actually, it was funny, a father, his son, and his brother, they actually sent me a video message back, and they basically said that they were excited to be in Brand Creators Academy, and thanks a lot for doing all this and why we're excited about this. And it was just great because now I was able to see them on the other end. So it was just pretty cool how they did it back to me. But anyway, this tool is just amazing. And whether you are doing stuff like me, like, I'm welcoming people into an academy, well, it doesn't matter. You can use this for customers that buy products from you or that are on your email list that are raving fans of the brand. Why not surprise them with a video message? Wouldn't that be amazing? Or even if it's not you, if you have someone on your support team that does it, but they're the spokesperson or they're the support person, like, hi, this is Sue. I'm with XYZ company. I just wanted to shoot you a quick message and say thank you. We appreciate it. I'm telling you what, it is a game changer. Now, they do offer a 14-day trial. I did that. I tried it for 14 days and there was no limits to it. Like I could use it as much as I wanted and it's so fast, just awesome, right? And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a link, and yes, I'm an affiliate for it now because why? I love it. I love this product. And if you're at all interested, you can head over to theamazingseller.com/bomb, B-O-M-B, because why? It's the bomb. That's why. And they didn't pay me to say this, but yes, if you go through my affiliate link, I will get a small commission. And yes, you will buy me a cup of coffee. So again, if you're at all interested, sign up for that 14-day trial. Head over to theamazingseller.com/bomb. Give it a try. Even if you just want to give it a try with some of your friends and family, it's pretty cool. Go check it out. All right. So that's something I'm super excited about. I'm going to be using it in the TAS brand, but also in any other brand that I'm affiliated with. We're going to be using this because I think it's so darn powerful. Give it a shot. All right. So with that all being said and how fired up I am, what do you say? Let's get rocking and rolling. Let's do this. All right, guys. So like I said, we are going to be talking about what content should I start with in my brand, whether it's a new brand or whether it's a brand that you are adding this component to, which by the way, I have 7-figure businesses in Brand Creators Academy that are only selling on Amazon. They are there because they want to install this model into their business. They're smart. All right. And you guys should be thinking along these lines as well, even if you're a 7 or an 8-figure company, because this here, I'm telling you, is those assets that we need. All right. So let's dig in to the question. So I do go very deep into this. It's a guide that I put together. It's a brand growth guide, which again, you can find that at brandcreators.com. But here is what I would like to see you do. All right. And this is how I do it every single time. Okay. First off, we need to know, what is your market looking for? What are they already consuming? It's just like Amazon or eBay or Etsy. We want to see what other people are already proving, right, that they are buying or consuming. Right. And in this case, it's content. So why not use the largest search engine in the world, Google, hello, right? And then YouTube, use that one as well, right? And then if we want to get a little bit more of some history on those searches, a little bit. I mean, again, this is something that isn't, like some people say it's not 100% accurate. Some people say it's close enough. Some people say it gives you an idea. I'm going to go with it gives you a little bit of an idea. Doesn't mean that that's what I'm going to go with. All right. So what I do is I'll go to Google and I will search for something in my market. Now, here is 3 different types of content. We'll talk about each of these, but the first one is answer style. Okay. Like a question and then an answer style. You've done it. I've done it. And think about this for a minute. What has been something that you've looked for recently? A question. Right? Like what type of question would you have searched for? And again, I've used the example in the past of the ice auger, right? So maybe it would be, what's best ice auger for ice fishing, or what's best auger for ice fishing, right? That's a question. Okay. I'm looking for the answer. Okay. I actually looked for something this morning, and it was a funny story, is in my pool. I had the automatic cleaner, and it's got like these rubber tracks on it. I noticed it wasn't moving. So then I searched on Google on my phone, and I put in the type, I think it's Zoac or something like that. Zoac pool cleaner stopped working. Why? Or why does Zoac, I don't know if that's the name or not. It's whatever it is. It's with a Z. It's kind of weird. Why does it stop working? And then immediately came up some videos on YouTube. Then they came up some articles, and it said in a post, most of the time those tracks only last for a year and a half, depending on how much you use it. There's these little rubber gears that are embedded into the track that wear out. And so I was like, okay. So I found my answer. Guess what I did? I clicked in that guy's blog post. I clicked over to Amazon and I bought those tracks right on the spot. Within one click, I went in and I bought those new tracks. They'll be here tomorrow. All right. Now, yes, I bought them on Amazon. He got paid a commission. It's that simple, guys. Like literally that guy made a commission on me. Now, didn't make much. They were only like $8 or $9, right? But the same thing happens if I was looking to buy a new motor for my boat, or I was looking for, again, the ice auger that's $150 or $500. It's the same flow, right? So this was a question that got answered. And in this case, I didn't just consume the answer, I actually bought through that. So there's a perfect example of that. And in real time, I just happened to me about an hour and a half ago. Not even kidding. All right. So questions are a big one. And a lot of people don't think of that because they just go, oh, I just want to go after, how-to stuff. How-to stuff can be a little bit harder to write. So don't always start with the how-to stuff. Again, quick question, quick answer, right? We just want to give them that thing. Now, in doing that, we do want to write our blog post and our content to be long enough to where Google is going to give it some SEO love. And, there's been talk that you need to have it at least 1,000 words. Maybe it's got to be, 1,500, 2,000. I go right about the 1,500 mark. That's where I've been finding, and again, in this case study that I'm doing publicly inside of our Brand Creators Academy, already starting to see some traction. And it's one of those things though, you don't know right off the bat. You got to keep putting out these seeds, as I like to call them, or these assets that you're building, and then you let the search traffic tell you, even though you could look at a tool and it could tell you, we don't know that for sure. Okay. So that's, again, you want to look at that type of content. Now I go on Google, I look for that content. I go to YouTube. Now in this case, there was 2 different searches that came up, one for Google and one for a video that was on YouTube in that same search. And I went over to the YouTube video to see how they're installed. You see how that works? All right. So as you're doing this, you just want to continually learn what people are searching for in your market. Now, again, if you're thinking, well, I don't know if anybody's searching for anything in my market, you need to go through that checklist that I put together. All right. Plain and simple. You got to go through that. And the way that you're going to go through that, you just got to go download it. You can head over to brandcreators.com. It'll be over there for free. Go grab it. And there's actually 2 examples of me on video walking you through a deep dive in 2 different examples, diving into a market and doing all that. So go there. The next thing I want to talk about here is the Uber Suggest tool. Now, this is a free tool that you can use. There's other ones out there that are paid that are probably a little bit better as far as they give you some more features and stuff, but this is a pretty darn good tool and it's free. All right. And again, I'll link everything up in the show notes, theamazingseller.com/748. Or again, everything that I'm talking about right here, because this is just one part of it in that validation process, is going to be at brandcreators.com. So you can see it over there. All right. So again, then what I do is I type in Uber Suggest, or I go into Uber Suggest, I put in that keyword, or in the long tail is what we call that, is where then I will put that in there, right? I will put that keyword that I just wanted to search on Google that didn't give me any data. And then that'll pull back some data and tell me, oh, it's searched for 800 times a month, or 1,000, or maybe 2. And you know what? I really don't care even if it's searched 2, because a lot of times I've found that even though it says 2, it gets searched more than that, because it's just giving you what it's done in the past, or it's giving you its estimation of what it's done in the past. So again, no one really knows 100%, but I would say if it makes sense for your market, there's no sense in not writing it or creating the video or whatever. Okay. So again, what type of content should you be creating? The content that answers questions, the content that talks about products, which we didn't even talk about that, but I kind of did both of those in that one search, and it led me to a product because I was looking for a replacement part. I didn't know I needed a replacement part. I thought I was just gonna have to tighten the belts, to be honest with you. I'm thinking to myself, these things are spinning. Like maybe there's a tightening thing, like a chain, right? I'm gonna adjust it. And I went on and they're like, no, there's no adjustment. The gears are all wore out on the belt. You got to get a new belt about every year and a half. They're about $8-9. Okay. So I went and I ordered them, but I didn't know that. I just thought I was gonna have to tighten them. All right. So again, products are also another great way to see what your market is consuming as far as what's the best, right? It's usually best auger for ice fishing, or 5, and then you'll see a post 5 best augers or something, or 7 best augers, right? So that's a great way to create content that people are searching for. And then also you can immediately put your affiliate link inside of that blog post. And if you want to get really, really good, you can then build an email list and then drive traffic to that blog post that answers those questions and gives those comparisons. And then you can drive those people over to your Amazon affiliate stuff. See how that works? Pretty cool. All right. And then the how-to stuff, that stuff's a little bit harder, but in this case, it might be like how to install belt on pool cleaner, right? And then I would go and create that one. Now, if I wanted to get a little bit fancier than that and a little bit more precise, I would go off the exact model, right? And then I would find exactly what I'm searching for, and then I would go ahead and get that information, okay? So hopefully this helps you guys. Again, I wanted to jump on here and answer this because I know a lot of people have been saying, Scott, I just don't even know like what content I should be creating. You should get pretty specific though in your market. What are they searching for? And really narrow that down. Don't be too wide. Don't try to serve everyone. Try to find that specific thing that people are searching for and build these buckets or fill these buckets with this content. And you're going to find as you go through this, you're going to have, and again, if it validates out, if you've done this process and you see that, yes, there's a lot of content here, you're going to have hundreds, if not thousands of things that you can talk about and that you can help your market with. And I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. You want to become a great resource in your market, period, right? You want to become a great resource in your market. And that right there will lend itself to traffic, lend itself to more sales. You can also then open up affiliate stuff and sell more stuff through the Amazon catalog. There's a whole bunch of stuff that opens up when you do that. All right. And again, this is exactly what we're talking about inside of our Brand Creators Academy, which right now, depending on when you're listening to this, is closed. But you can get the free resources over at brandcreators.com. Like I said, that checklist is there. There's a video of me walking you through this. And there's also a video there called The Big Divide, which actually talks about why it's so important to be picking this path versus the other path. And it's what I'm calling the Big Divide. So if you missed that, go check it out. And if you guys have any other questions about this or building a brand or email list or anything at all, head over to theamazingseller.com/ask, and you can submit your question over there, and I will potentially answer it here on an upcoming Ask Scott session. All right, guys, so that is it. That's going to wrap it up. As always, remember, I'm here for you, I believe in you, and I am rooting for you. But you have to, come on, say it with me, say it loud, say it proud, take action. Have an awesome, amazing day. I'll see you right back here on the next episode.